He's not a hero, not a savior, just a poor kid drowning in debt, willing to sell his own body just to survive. Denji, a boy with the simplest of dreams, eating bread with jam, sleeping in a decent room, and experiencing love. But the world never granted him such luxuries, until he met Pochita, and fate turned him into the Chainsaw Man. As always, we'll break Denji down through 6 pillars: psychology, philosophy, sociology, morality, idealism, and inspiration. Psychologically, Denji grew up in the trauma of extreme poverty. His father committed suicide, leaving behind a mountain of debt for his son. From childhood, Denji lived in survival mode, selling his organs, borrowing money, doing harsh labor, even killing devils just for a bite to eat. This shaped a simple mindset. His life revolved only around basic needs: food, sleep, and intimacy. Denji's life philosophy is strikingly simple. I just want to live happily in the most normal way possible. That sentence sounds trivial, but in truth it embodies existentialism, finding meaning amid life's absurdity. Albert Camus once said, "Life is absurd, but it's precisely there where we can find meaning." Denji is a living example. He knows the world is full of violence, death, and betrayal, yet he still clings to his small dreams. However, this simplicity in philosophy often made him vulnerable to exploitation. Makima is the clearest symbol, manipulating Denji with promises of the love and affection he craved. Here lies Denji's philosophical contradiction. He longs for freedom, yet constantly falls into the snares of those more powerful and charismatic. From a sociological lens, Denji is a victim of structural injustice. Born poor, with no access to education, no chance for upward mobility. Even after becoming Chainsaw Man, he wasn't instantly celebrated. The Hero Association in Chainsaw Man, Public Safety, judges people not by their good intentions, but by how useful they are to the state. Denji is a weapon, not a human. He's seen not as an individual, but as an asset. This mirrors Marx's critique of dehumanization under capitalism. Humans treated as commodities, not as persons. Despite wielding extraordinary power, Denji is still controlled by the oppressive social structure. He's free, and yet imprisoned all the same. Denji's morality isn't that of a classic hero. He doesn't fight for justice, not for the people, not even for some grand ideal. He fights because he wants a good meal, a sound sleep, or to touch the things he associates with happiness. And that's exactly what makes him fascinating. Denji reflects ordinary human morality. We often do good not out of virtue, but because of personal interest. Yet Denji still has a genuine side. He never seeks honor. He just wants a normal life. And when his friends are threatened, he chooses to protect them. This moral contradiction makes Denji more human than many idealistic heroes. He's not pure, but neither is he a monster. Denji's idealism lies in the smallest of things. He wants to live a normal life. For others, that sounds ordinary. But for Denji, it's the ultimate dream. He's the antithesis of the classic shonen hero who dreams of becoming Pirate King or Hokage. Denji doesn't care about titles, status, or recognition. His simple idealism becomes a social critique. In a cruel world, the most precious dream is simply to live decently. Tragically, reality often rips that ideal away. The loss of Aki, power, and Makima's betrayal prove that even the simplest dreams can be crushed. Yet Denji endures. He doesn't give up because he knows one thing: life, though absurd, is still worth living. What can we learn from Denji? First, that happiness doesn't have to be grand. Sometimes a piece of sweet bread or a soft bed can be the most valuable thing. Second, that life is absurd. We can work hard and still fall. We can dream and still be shattered. But that's no reason to stop living. Third, Denji teaches us that even the most broken people can find meaning through friendship, love, or simply laughter at the dinner table. Denji isn't a perfect hero, but that's precisely why he feels so close to us. He represents the most human side of ourselves: fragile, foolish, yet still trying. Denji, Chainsaw Man, A poor boy who only wanted a normal life, yet was trapped in an absurd world. He's not a symbol of glory, but a symbol of ordinary humanity's struggle to find meaning amidst destruction. Proof that every character always has something to teach us. If there's another character you'd like us to analyze, write it in the comments. And remember, in every story, there's always meaning worth sharing. See you in the next episode of Beyond Characters.